Hi, this is your host. In our series, Prehistoric Planet, we bring you the most spectacular recent discoveries from the world of dinosaurs and other prehistoric creatures. Today we are releasing a special episode called When Monsters Ruled, which takes us to a time when the largest animals that ever lived roamed the earth. It was around 200 million years ago during the late Triassic period, when archosaurs were just beginning to take over the land. Archosaurs are a group that includes crocodiles, dinosaurs, and their extinct relatives. The Triassic lasted from about 252 to 201 million years ago and was the second period in the Age of Reptiles, also known as the Mesozoic era. But before we begin, make sure you hit the like button for more videos featuring the most amazing discoveries from the world of dinosaurs and other prehistoric creatures. Let's go back 200 million years. The late Triassic was a time of dramatic change. The supercontinent Pangaea began to break apart. The climate was rapidly changing, causing the formation of deserts in some areas and the expansion of rainforests in others. These environmental changes had a major impact on the evolution of life on Earth. And nowhere was this more evident than among the archosaurs. The ancestors of dinosaurs were relatively small proto-dinosaurs living in the shadow of much larger meat-eating cousins, the theropods. But after the extinction event at the end of the Permian period, the dinosaurs got their big chance. With most of their large competitors suddenly gone, dinosaurs were free to diversify, and some species grew to gigantic sizes. By the end of the Triassic, the largest dinosaurs were already over 30 feet long and weighed more than 3 tons. They looked very different from the famous duck-billed herbivores and fearsome carnivores that would come to dominate the Jurassic period. But they shared one very important characteristic with their descendants, a hole in their upper skull that allowed for a fourth hole to develop in the upper jaw. This feature, along with other anatomical clues, indicates that all dinosaurs were related. These early dinosaurs were still overshadowed by the biggest animals on land, however, the phytosaurs. Like today's crocodiles, phytosaurs were perfectly adapted for life in or near water. They had elongated bodies, powerful jaws, and huge teeth for catching fish. Their paddle-shaped limbs were perfect for swimming, but useless for walking. The largest phytosaurs were more than 30 feet long, almost as big as the biggest dinosaurs. So it's no surprise that these two groups often battled it out in the water. Not only did dinosaurs have to contend with enormous plant-eating rivals, but also with gigantic meat-eaters. One of the most feared predators of the late Triassic was the Rauisuchian. This group of archosaurs resembled today's crocodiles, except they were much larger and more powerful. Rauisuchians were built for hunting. Their bodies were long and low to the ground, which made them surprisingly fast. Some species could run up to 30 miles per hour. They also had huge claws for catching prey and sharp teeth for crushing bones. The largest Rauisuchians were almost 11 feet long and weighed nearly 1 ton. As if these monsters weren't enough, there were also the Pastosuchuses. Like the Rauisuchians, the Pastosuchuses were part of the crocodilian family tree. But unlike their close relatives, the Pastosuchuses were huge, extremely aggressive, and incredibly successful hunters. They had long, muscular tails that helped them swim through the water with ease. They also had powerful legs that enabled them to move quickly on land. Pastosuchuses were so efficient at hunting that they were able to take down prey as large as themselves. Despite the appearance of these monsters, life in the late Triassic was not entirely bad. There were plenty of plants to eat, and the climate was relatively stable, at least compared to what was to come. But the reign of these giants was short-lived. At the end of the Triassic period, there was another mass extinction. Perhaps you've heard of it, the one that killed off all the dinosaurs. But before the asteroids and the Nanavian dinosaurs went extinct, they left behind a legacy of colossal beasts whose likes we have never seen since. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the subscribe button for more videos featuring the most amazing discoveries from the world of dinosaurs and other prehistoric creatures. See you next time.